let's take a bite out of Standard Hearthstone with Rat Cho Druid. Now, the idea behind this deck was inspired by this comment on one of my earlier videos, where he suggested using Cho in combination with Rat Burglar in order to steal all the secret ingredients back from our opponent that we'll be giving them. However, after I tested the deck, the true combo in this deck feels like it is Cho plus Rat Burglar into a bunch of Widow Bites, Feast, and Banquets, which will then be added back to your hand because this also gives you a bajillion armor and also allows you to get 20 attack for like 2 turns in a row, especially or longer if your opponent allows the Cho to survive. Now, for the only guide of the list, you are going to be looking for any of your ramping cards, such as Treant or Innervate, and then you'll be looking for early game removal tools, draw power cards, and finally, Rat Burglar or Cho, if you know it's going to be a slower matchup. Now, with all being said, let's look at some games. Okay, Hunter. Hunter, it is an aggro matchup, so I am a little bit worried about this. At least with the Hunter lists that are floating around right now. I know I've done a few Hunter lists recently, or plan on doing a few Hunter lists, which have been really fun, but, you know. Okay, just passing it back. We'll find out what they're playing in a little bit, right? Okay, there is that. Okay, Treant is a pretty good card to get here.
Quarter for traitors.
Okay, there's the coin.
Silver arrowhead.
Into Fletcher.
Choice.
Trying to get the 4-cost dragon online as quickly as humanly possible. I mean, that's actually a pretty good top deck, truth be told. There's the Treant. Okay. Wave shaping into... Ooh, I kind of want to go Horn. Grab... Oh. I think it's stones. But Innervate is also really tempting. Sadly, like, we won't be able to use the stones to get the armor next turn, but we can use it in a follow-up turn. Just going to gain a little bit more armor because I am a little bit worried that they'll be able to do anything or enough damage to my face. Here's Tripwire. That's actually a really good 5 cost that they got. You know, it would be cool to get like a... Oh, actually, never mind. We get class sets, not mini sets. So there probably will be not another Tripwire or Hunter. I'm really curious of what they're going to do with that, because like the last set of the year usually revisits mechanics from like older sets and give a little bit of additional support as like a last hurrah, so it doesn't like you don't like weave the difference. But I'm very curious of like how they're going to do that, right? Are they just going to put it in the main set? Are we getting a bigger than normal last set? How are they doing this? The more I think about class sets, the more upset I get about them, truth be told. Okay, confront. I will say this. I'm going to be so glad when the card gets nerfed. Probably won't do anything, truth be told, but who knows? Maybe it will. Then flow, come on. Rune Totem, give me something cool. Rune Totem has been like the MVP of this deck, by the way. Chowdersill. If I could actually get hand space, that would be good. Gain a little bit of additional... Come on, give me... Fingers crossed, give me... Exactly that, actually. Exactly that. Oh, that feels... Ugh. I mean, we're extremely... Oh. We're extremely low, but... As long as they don't top deck a tripwire, we should be okay.
Sisters, my instinct shall hunt down our enemies.
Come on, just don't hit that tripwire. I mean, we do have some armor gaining cards in hand. And slam down Volcanic Burst. Buff one of these up and gets rid of their... Heal ourselves a little bit more. Me... Okay, that's not terrible. Now relax into Time Weaver. Doesn't really what we need. We're doing a lot better this game than I expected, truth be told. Or confront. Hey, we need Cho. Well, actually, hang on. The combo that we need, I don't think physically can actually happen. I don't know why you would be trading in a minion that going to die this turn, but that's okay. Everything's attack to 1 and just leave them up for a turn. I'm glad we're still in this game, but every turn I'm just like, how are we managing this? Because theoretically, I would assume this would have been one of our worst matchups, truth be told. Okay, what we want as a top deck would be Cho. Actually, not really Cho. I want draw power. I mean, we do have a little bit of draw power in our hand. I guess actually the perfect combo we would need to get here is Cho, and then the Wrath in hand draws us the other Widow's Feast, or the opposite way around? Fun game. Give me the card, give me the card, give me the card. Ebb and Flow is actually pretty nice too. Like, it works, it keeps us alive for a turn. Okay, we're just emptying out our hand as much as possible, trying to get the Mithra online. Okay, should be okay. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit dire in here. But are we about to feast on our opponent, or are they about to feast on us? Let's go! We're going to feast on them. Oh, hang on. Math this out. Okay, come on. They have an empty hand, and we... That's going to be the underlining problem with this, is how many cards they have left in... Or... If you're playing this deck, how many cards your opponent has left in their hand is going to be the deciding factor if you can do this combo fully or not. And I guess if your opponent gets rid of the Cho or not, too. Thank you for all the cards back. Okay. Wait, they're actually leaving all the cards up? Oh, buddy, oh, pal. Oh, buddy, oh, pal. Okay, maybe they're not leaving everything up. Getting rid of the Cho makes sense, yes. Well, I mean... Let's feast on our opponent's face! We are having quite a banquet here. And that is game. I could see them nerfing Jade Guardians. Actually, how I could see them nerfing it is instead of you getting 2 Guardians, you get 1 Guardian. Or maybe, this might just be me, there is another solution. You could make it actually summon like, no keyword, no nothing, Jade golems or whatever, equivalent to how many 2-cost cards you've played. That might be like an interesting little way that you could nerf the card with it, like, putting itself... Oh, yeah. I think that would be, like, kind of a cool solution if you, instead of nerfing the card in a way where you would expect them to, which is, like, give you, like, 1 less minion, or maybe make it every 2 cost spells. I could see them doing... Because the Jade Golems are back in Standard, it's just... You know... Do that now, it's not going to do... Ooh, mana left. I'm just going to get rid of this. Because I really don't want to coin into Brood, or like Acceleration Aura and Brood, if I have to, from it.
Elune, bring guidance.
But yeah, if I had to nerf cards in the new set, it would probably be, or like synergies. I mean, I could, I'm just not going to do it tonight. I want to get a Druid list out that no one, like, is expecting, right? Yeah. Sorry. The other reason why I'm holding on to doing anything with Logosh Warrior is I don't expect it to get nerfed. And I would like to have it maybe as the backup deck. I mean, this is basically Weapon Druid without the weapon, right? Because you're smacking your opponent for a bunch of damage. Serves the exact same purpose as a weapon would. Yeah, Soothsayer, I think, is also probably fine, or will be fine. The cards that I expect to get nerfed, or like synergies I expect to get nerfed from Violet Hold, I'm expecting probably the Monkey to get nerfed, because it's a lower value card dust-wise than the Jade Guardian, or yeah, Jade Guardians. I could see them nerfing Jade Guardians by making it like every 2 spells or like every 2 cards, something like that. Or I could also see them just being like, yeah, I don't know. Vanessa is like the biggest one that I expect to get nerfed. She's a legendary, but she's a free legendary, so they don't have to give us value back, you know? That one I fully expect to be hit with the nerf hammer. I also expect some of like the core cards to be nerfed, or like some of the card generation for Shaman to be nerfed, and not the cards themselves. I'm gonna do something a little bit dumb, but it does empty out my hand, give me 1 mana, so I can get... Oh, I should have also used this. That's my bad. Yeah, I would like a lot of things to get buffed, but... The other problem with trying to make buffs work right now is if you nerf the big outliers, like, I don't know if those need to be buffed anymore, if that makes sense. There's still some cards that I would definitely buff up no matter what. Annihilation would probably be a good example, just because, like, Annihilation would... Might as well. Annihilation, give it prepared, would be, like, my suggestion there. Like, that might actually push Warlock, like, in the right direction. You also kind of risk at that point just turning every Warlock into big demons. But, eh. The soul cards I would like to see buffed too. Maybe like some of them generate multiple souls, I don't know. There's Cho. Let's get a random spell. Or a random card. Sure. Russian Divine Shield. No, I'm holding back on... No. I don't think any deck that I've uploaded recently... no, never mind. The last Hunter list I could see getting nerfed. But, for the most part, I'm not... I'm dumb. This is always going to give me Ultra Gigasaur, isn't it?
Anything for the right.
For science! I just wanted to see if that was actually what it would actually do. What are they going to do against Ultra Gigasaur? Okay, fine. Yeah. A lot of things that say spend all your mana and get a minion or do something tap out at 10 mana. So that's why I was curious. Also, it's worth mentioning, I have no insider knowledge at all what's getting nerfed, so... just a little... note, you know? Give me draw power, give me... I don't know what else actually I want. Ebb and Flow. Shaldersill is actually kind of what I want. Not gonna lie. Shaldersill is really funny here. Because the reason why it's funny is we can slam down the instructors and go from there. We actually might have lethal here. Never mind. Actually, hang on.
Let me tell you what I think.
We might be still okay. I need to do the math for the lethal damage. So we return this to their hand.
Feel her strength.
Maybe we don't have lethal here. I'm gonna be really sad when okay. Maybe it's not lethal. Maybe I'm dumb and I miscalculated. Maybe it's Maybelline. Oh, actually. Hang on. I just realized. We could take their quest reward that we stuck in their hand. I didn't need to put down Rat Burglar, but like the rest was funny. Not Rat Burglar, Cho. Okay, they're eating a random minion. Getting rid of. Okay, so how much damage do we have on board? Ooh, we might be able to get to game. Why did that work there? Because we bounced a minion back to their hand. And then, because it was added during our turn, we stole it for this turn.
Is this normal?
Yeah. Okay, mana-wise, if I do this... I need to do that in different order, but that's okay. Oh, I mean... yeah. Now that we're through the games, did we take a bite out of Standard? Well, honestly, this deck didn't perform as bad as I expected. It had a 45% win rate. However, it is worth mentioning that the games in this video were recorded before the most recent balancing patch, and it might struggle against things like Souls Demon Hunter, since that deck is quite potent right now. However, the main reason I still wanted to showcase this list is A, a fan suggested it, but B, I've been trying to use Lorewalker Cho in a list since he rotated back into Standard, and I finally had a good enough idea to do something with it. Which is why I can't honestly recommend y'all trying this deck out, because I just don't know how it would perform currently in Standard. But before we end the video, special thanks to our channel members of Daniel Nascimento and Ruben. If you want to help out the channel a little bit more, you can always join one of the 3 membership tiers. If you can't afford to do that, there's always leaving a like, commenting, subscribing, turning on notifications, using the hype button. They all help out the channel equally, or even checking out the Twitch channel. But until next time, bye.